Now we're going to have a small session on overview of Horizon. First, I'm going to share my desktop. Okay. Fine. Are you able to see?
Yep, perfect.
Yeah, fine. Yeah. See, as per coming to this OpenStack dashboard, first we'll go with what is like OpenStack. As in the previous session, we had a good clarity about what is OpenStack and what are the services that will be there in this OpenStack. So, as I said earlier, it's a collection of open source technologies that will be used for this cloud operating system. So this is the main OpenStack architecture, which has been explained by Avinash in the previous session. Like these are the main components like Neutron, Nova, Glance, and Swift. These are the individual services which will be grouped up to form an OpenStack thing. And now coming to the Horizon, this is a service which will be taking care about communicating with all these services and providing an user interface to the end user. And basically, coming to this OpenStack, we are having two way of communication. One is through like CLI commands, and another one is through this UI. And for CLI communication, we had some Python clients in the OpenStack through which we will be using for launching instances through Nova service and creating networks through Neutron service and creating instance images through Glance service. All these things will be created through CLI, and that is of Python client code. And other way of communicating with these services is through UI, and this will be provided to the end user to launch instances and networks and uploading of images. And coming to the OpenStack Horizon, like it is a modular web UI based, which will be used to perform some operating systems like launching an instance, assigning of IP addresses, and setting up all these controls. As a cloud end user, this OpenStack dashboard will be used for provisioning these resources within a limit that will be set by the administrator. That means our cloud administrator will be providing some projects like user credentials to the end user, so that he will be having some specific privileged permissions. Like if you had some permissions of launching an instance, then only can be used to launch an instance. So first, cloud administrator will be providing some permissions with a specific username and a password. So end user will be providing like he will get these details, and using these details he will be logging into this dashboard. And this and through after logging into the dashboard, he will be having a feasibility of creating instances based on the permissions set by this administrator. So and coming to this Horizon service, it's like an canonical implementation of this OpenStack dashboard. So using this Horizon, like we can, it's like an Python backend with Django framework. Like basically, this OpenStack will be using one Python Django framework, through which we will be sending some HTTP requests to all the services to provision instances or launching some networks. So Horizon will be using this Django framework for that. And it's here like it will be using the Django based application for provides rich access to the OpenStack services. And basically, this Horizon will be deployed as an Apache WSD application, as we will be having Red Hat type like that. Here we are having Apache WSD application, and this Horizon mostly it leverages all the existing technologies like this Bootstrap and JS and Rickshaw, all these things. These will be all the part of this OpenStack dashboard. And coming to this, as I said earlier, this Horizon will be using its Django framework. This Horizon will be extend this Django framework like so that we can enhance some applications extensibility. Like we can add some more applications to this existing OpenStack dashboard. Like we will be providing, end user has a feasibility of adding a new application to this OpenStack just by modifying the existing code. So Horizon has a privilege to this by extending this Django framework stack. This is the some basic overall diagram of this OpenStack dashboard. For this, at least the minimum, basically this Horizon will be integrated to the controller, to which the minimum basic services are like the Neutron, Nova, and Glance. And first of all, once if you see the diagram here, your application will be here, and through OpenStack dashboard, we'll be communicating with all the three services based on the requirement. Like if you are going to launch an instance, that will be create some HTTP request, and it will be communicating with the Nova service, and it will launch the instance. And if you want to create some networks, this OpenStack dashboard will be creating some HTTP requests, and it will be communicating with the Neutron service. And this is the way UI of an OpenStack dashboard. As in the OpenStack, you will be providing some, the end user will be having these credentials. So he need to provide the username and password for that, and he need to sign in. And this is the after login to this dashboard, this is the UI we can see. Here we will be having multiple number of panels in the side system panel, like overview, Horizon host aggregates, instances, images, identity panel, all these things. So this is the hypervisor where you can see what are the hypervisors that are required in this controller node. For this thing, actually I had an existing setup of a triple O, so I'm going to demonstrate something on that setup. So this is the UI what you have seen, and even we had a privilege of modifying the change so that we can modify this HP Helion OpenStack names, and we can add some features over there. We can edit the code. Feasibility is there for us through modifying the OpenStack dashboard code. Here we will be providing the admin username and the password, and we will be logging like this. And these are the panels which we have discussed: project, admin, identity, marketplace, all these things. And we are having some sub panels. We'll call it as all these. We're having all these panels, and we'll group them as a panel group. Those are the Horizon font of words. And this is the overview of what we are having in the controller. And here we will be having the project names, and that is what are the projects we will be having all this information. Is there any doubts? No? Hello?
No, I think everything okay. Sorry, I was on mute.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, if you see this here, these are the project tab. Here we can see the multiple projects that we are having created. Right now we are having admin and demo projects. I'm clicking this admin. Basically for the end user, we won't be having all these things. So he will be having he is having a privilege of looking into this specific demo. Like for example, if I am as a cloud administrator, I will be providing the demo credentials, and he will be able to log into this demo only with the demo name and the specific password. So he won't be able to see these admin details. And these are the projects which you can see here. And in the corner, if you see here, here we will be having the usernames. Right now I'm having only one user, so that is the admin. And coming to the specific panels of project, we are having compute as a sub panel, and in the sub panels we are having overview, instance, volumes, all these panels. I'm clicking that. So here this overview will give us the overall brief explanation of what are the limits that we have kept for these instances, RAM and networks and everything. Like here you can see this like instances that are there that has been used till now 25, and there is a limit for that. And like this, the vCPU, CPU usage, the RAM usage, everything can be seen as an overview point of view in this specific tab. And below you can see what are the instances that had been launched. This is the overall view of this dashboard. And coming to the specific services, like we are having, as we had a small session right now in back, like by Avinash saying that Nova service, and this is the panel which will be having instances through which we can launch some instances. So this is the place where we'll be launching some instances. Right now I had an existing setup, so I have some couple of instances that have been created as per my requirement. So here, if you see some options like launch instance, soft reboot instance, terminate instance. Through launch instance, we will be launching the instances that are required as per requirement. And this is the where we will be communicating through. This is the where through which we will communicating with the Nova service, and the instances has been launched using that Nova service. And coming to this volume panel, if you integrate some volumes to this, we will be seeing all these volumes here. These are also the volumes that has been created as per my setup, existing setup. And coming to this images, this image panel is nothing but the GLAN service what you had discussed. GLAN service is for uploading these images, and this is the backend further. Through here, we are having some specific options like what are the images that have been created with protected project specific things, and what are the images that has been created so that it can be visible to all both the admins and the demo users. And here, this is the option through which we can upload some images, and that can be created in the GLANs. So this through which here through some clicking create image, we will be having a privilege of uploading an image, and this will be sent as a HTTP request to the GLAN service. And this is the part of compute. And coming to this network part, this is the exact part what have been dealt by this Neutron service. So through here, we will be creating, this is the network tabs. And here we will be creating some networks through this network option, create network. And here we will be providing the subnet names and the subnet IP and some specific comments that can be, I will be showing some small demo regarding this, and there we can see how we can create a network. And this is the network topology, like we had done with some small setup. So here, by going through this specific panel, we can see the overall setup what we had done. So this is the setup what we had done earlier. So like this long tabs is like networks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 networks, and these are the like routers what we have created as per my requirement, and these are the instances that had been launched on the specific networks. So this network topology panel will be giving us the overall information about what is the setup what we are going to do. And here we will having this routers panel. Here we can create some routers, and we can attach the specific network by attaching our private and public networks so that a communication can be done from the virtual machine to the external network. And here we will be having some extra panels. This has been integrated to the specific OpenStack. As I said earlier, the Horizon has a privilege of extending this Django framework. So if you are having some existing applications, you need to integrate to the OpenStack. We had a feasibility to integrate them by modifying the existing code. So like this, I had done some modifications. So I had this database field and the messaging. And these are the applications, ALS, all these applications that has been integrated to this OpenStack. So I will be having these tabs in this OpenStack dashboard. For a basic OpenStack dashboard, these options won't be there from this database messaging of ALS. So once we integrate our required applications to this OpenStack dashboard, we will be having, we can see these application tabs in this specific project. And this is the admin panel where we will be having the information of all the admin details, like overall what are the instances that has been launched on a specific admin project, and what are the networks has been launched on the specific admin project. Is it clear now? Till now, is there any queries?
I think it's okay.
Yeah. Okay, then I will give a small demo. Like first of all, I will create some network, and that means that which we will be communicating with this Neutron service. Next, we'll go with launching like creation of an image through which we can communicate with the GLAN service, and we can launch an instance through which we can communicate with the Nova service. I will be going in a sequence manner. So for that, first I'm going to this project panel. In that, I'm going for this network. Here, I'm going to create one network. For this, first of all, I'm going for this demo project and doing all these things in the demo project. So this is the demo, and this is the overall view of the demo project specifications. Like earlier for admin, we don't have any limit of instances, all these things. For this demo, we have set a range of 40 instances that has been launched. That means if we exceed this instance count, we will be facing some issues by launching instances. And for this, first of all, I'm going to this network panel. In the networks, so through this option like create network, I'm going to create one network, some sample network that like test. I'm going for the next, and here we'll be providing options like subnet name, like test subnet, and we'll be providing some network, like for example, I'm giving a series of 10.10.1. It's an optional for giving an gateway IP address. It will be generated automatically. And here we had an option of enabling of DHCP. This will be used for like if you launch an instance using this specific network. If you enable this DHCP service, our virtual machine will be having like it will get automatically one IP address from this pool, and this will be done by this DHCP service. If we disable this one, we won't get the IP address, and we need to assign the IP address manually. So I enabled this DHCP service for creation of this specific network. And these allocation pools, DNS, name servers, host routes, all those optionals. And right now I'm creating the network. So it successfully created a network. We get the status, and here you can see the network that has been created. And through this, right now we communicate with the Neutron service from this Horizon service. Now I'm going to this compute panel. Here, for launching an instance, we need an image. So first of all, I'm going to create one image. Through this create option, I'm going to create one image. So for this, we are having two way of uploading an image. One is through like providing the URL directly, and if you have local storage, we can upload that image specifically. Like if you provide image file like this, we will be having a feasibility of browsing a specific image what we had in the local repository. So I am uploading an image which was there in the local repository, that is Cirrus. And this type, the type of the image is like QCOW2. So after providing all the information, here if you enable this public thing, then this image will be visible to all the users, like even for the admin and what are the users that has been created further. If you didn't enable this one, this will be specific to this specific user and specific project. Now I'm creating the image for this. Actually, as this is an UI based, and through CLI you can see the progress of this image uploading also. Right now it's processing, so you can't see the progress like how much it has been uploaded like that. Once it has been uploaded, then we will be having a chance of using this image, and we will be having, we can provision a virtual machine using the specific image. So you can see the status like the image has been uploaded. So this is the image what we have uploaded just now, the size of 12 MB. And we can see the specifications of the specific image by clicking that. Image details, the overview of the image, like what the ID has been assigned for this specific and I have owner, like ID of the specific owner, and the public functionality is enabled or not, and the disk format. All this information can be seen through this overview option. So through this process, I have communicated with the Glance service from this Horizon service. Like I have created one instance, so this Glance, this image will be stored in the Glance. So now we are going to this instance panel. Here we had an option of launch instance, through which we will be launching some virtual machines by using some existing images that has been uploaded in the Glance. So I'm clicking the launch instance option. Here we are having multiple options. I will explain one by one. Here we are having some availability zones. These are like this is a different concept. So right now I have created 3 availability zones. So right now I am selecting the any availability zone. So based on the availability, it will launch a specific instance on that specific availability zone. And here instance name, we are specifying it as test instance. And this is the flavor that will be used for launching this specific instance. So I'm specifying tiny. The number of instances that can be created using these specific specifications. Like you can have you can launch multiple instances at a time with the same image and with the same networking information, the same specifications. So right now I'm launching only one instance. We can have multiple number of instances by increasing size. So right now I'm specifying only one. And here this is the option where we can provide the image name. Like root from image is the option through which we can point one of the images that has been uploaded earlier. So you can see some pop-ups has been a list of images that has been uploaded in the Glance service. And just now we have created one Ceros image that you can see here. I'm clicking that. And coming to the access and security fields, we can have a key pair through which we can launch, if you launch an instance with a specific key pair, we need to log into the specific virtual machine through this key pair. Right now, I'm not specifying anything. So I'm leaving it like that. And coming to this networking part, in this available networks, we will be showing all the networks that has been created in our specific project. So as per our requirement, I'm going to launch an instance with this network name test. So I'm clicking that. So this will come into this specific network. And you can see here, NIC1 is the option you can see here. Like if I have selected only one network. If I selected 2 networks, we will be having this virtual machine having 2 NICs with 2 different networks. So as per is for removing, I'm using only one network, so we'll be having only one NIC. And these are the remaining things are like some optional things specific to this Nova service. And now I'm going to launch the instance. So clicking this launching instance, now we are going to communicate with the Nova service, through which we will be following some specific life cycle of this virtual machine provisioning. This life cycle will include the status changing and this task changes. Like first it will go for spawning state. You can see the IP address has been assigned as 10.0.0.2 from the network what we have provided as 10.0.0.1/24. And here also you can see the instance overview information by clicking that specific instance name. So these are the information that has been created. Well, that means this is the information that of the specific instance. You can see here I specified any availability zone. Right now availability zone, it has selected dynamically of availability zone 1. This is the log where you can see the process, like log information of this instance, what is happening in the background. Coming back to the instance panel. So you can see the status as active. So the virtual machine has been launched successfully and the state has been running. And here we are having some multiple options like actions like associate a floating IP. As we know, like we can associate some floating IPs to one of our virtual machines. and that can be done by through option this one, and the same can be dissociated through this, and we can edit the instance by like we can modify one of the changes, like we can modify some virtual machine names, all these things, and we can have a feasibility of resizing the instance, and we can reboot the instance, hard rebooting the instance. So as right now we are not concentrating much on that. So I'm going to show the console of the specific instance. So I click this one. So we'll be having this UI like this. It's still some process is happening like BIOS changes. So once it is done, we will be getting a console through which we will be providing the username and password for the virtual machine. So like this, we will be through this UI, we will be communicating with this Nova service to launch a virtual machine. And as I said earlier, these messaging, ALS, all these things are extra applications that can be integrated with the existing OpenStack code, so that we can see these panels in this OpenStack dashboard. I'm checking it again. So here you can see, click here to show the console. So this is the console for this specific virtual machine, and this can be done by directly logging to the specific IP through CLI, and here we will be providing the Ceros username. So right now we log the specific virtual machine. Oh, might be it got disconnected. 1 second, we'll connect it again. So you can see one NIC has been created and that IP address has been assigned to that. So through this horizontal like OpenStack dashboard, we can have the console of a specific virtual machine that has been created. So this is the part like how this horizon service will be communicating with this Nova, like launching an instance, Neutron while creating network, and Glance while launching like uploading a specific image. Any queries till now?
Any question? Okay.
No, it's clear.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, then this is some basic overall view of this dashboard or like horizon. We will be providing multiple options like this. So that's it from my side.
Thank you much. Will you please send the slides to me so I can also share with the team later on, and of course the recorded session will also share it.
Yeah, sure. Fine.
No more questions?
No.
Okay. Very good. Thank you very much, and talk to you in
Yeah.
4
Thanks everyone.
hours. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.